Hi. Okay, so welcome to the Ask Amy Q&A. This is a weekly pre-recorded video that gets created every Monday morning. So if you ever submit a question for this, then you would get it to me before, like on the Sunday, by Sunday in the United States. So, and you should be able to do that hopefully by the time this video comes out. I don't know, but you guys know I have that new website. We've been having to work through things that only happen once it goes live, things you didn't think of beforehand. And so we're having to, just work out some kinks and things. So please bear with us. Thank you so much for being patient, you guys. And I know you already went through so much with the last time that I did one of these website upgrades. I don't want to have to, I want to keep it to a minimum this time and just do as much as I can behind the scenes before I even let you guys have access to it. In the meantime, or this goes like as a long-standing thing, like if you're not able to gain access to me except maybe by phone or something like that, if the internet goes down or if because we're in a wonky place in our world right now, I've given you my address on Instagram, and it's beneath this video, and you can send me a check and I will call you and coordinate. And even if, like in this instance, if we have the site on construction for a while, it seems to be going for a while, and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to get a remote reading. The prices are also listed on Instagram, but I'll list them down below too. Just send me a check and I'll give you a call. Make sure your phone number is on there. If it's for a video reading, then give me 5 to 7 questions for your video. If it's the Ask Amy Q&A, obviously email me. You can email me at amy@awakenedalliance.org. So yeah. What else did you need to know? I guess there's a quirky thing where both the web developer and I forgot, or I just like assumed it would work or something, because I looked at the website requirements later and I hadn't even put it down. I can't believe it. But a world time converter for the booking system, it doesn't have that. So I mean, it accounts for world in the sense that it gives you UTC time, which is a universal time code, but you'd still have to like look up your own UTC in your own country, or your own, like you could go to DuckDuckGo and just put in like wherever you live. Like if you could say New York UTC time, and it'll tell you what your UTC time is. And then you just compare it to my UTC time, which is UTC 5, and you just convert it to make your appointment. I know that is such a pain in the butt. I'm Central Time. So those of you in the US, it should be a lot easier. Just know that the calendar is in Central Time or UTC 5. So figure it out from there. That is just temporary. I promise you guys, I would never inconvenience you guys like that on purpose. When I found that out, I was like, no, because he's like, no, we can't do that with how your site is set up. I'm like, we're going to have to. I'm not taking no for an answer. There's no way I'm going to make people do that. Who does that? Who has to go order something from somebody and has to calculate it out? Well, I'm about 2 hours apart from you. Like nobody does that. Nobody should ever have to do that. Anyway, so just temporarily, that is one of those glitches that I have to work through. So, oh my goodness. So anyway, we don't have to go into all the different glitches and things that are happening, but hopefully by the time this video comes out, like I said, then you'll have access to the site again and everything will be working. And I do apologize for any inconvenience this has caused you. And I have had a sense of humor about it all. I have laughed many, 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 many times throughout this whole process. Because you have to, or you're going to go freaking crazy. And if you try to be a control freak, it isn't going to work. It's totally going to stress you out and you're going to lose sleep and all of that. So you just have to have a sense of humor and just be like, it's going to work out when it's going to work out and how it's going to work out. Just God's got a plan. He knows what it's doing, and it's going to work it all out, right? You got to have that kind of attitude. Otherwise, yeah, you're going to take yourself way too seriously, and it's just going to stress you way out. Okay. Was there anything else I needed to tell them? No. There's an idea for a video, though. Spirit is confirming that they want me to do that, but I'm not sure when I'm going to do it. So maybe I'll have put it out before this video or after. I don't know. But there's another video coming out. And I guess can I tell them now? Okay. Maybe it already came out by the time. I don't know. I just go by what Spirit tells me to do. I have no idea when this other video is coming out. But I feel like doing a live where I actually talk about my history and my story of how I came to be what I am today. I just thought that'd be really interesting and a bonding experience with you guys. So I'm going to try to give you some kind of a heads up as to when that's going to happen. I mean, I could say it now, but my internet just went out today for the whole day. So things are kind of unpredictable right now. Let's just say, let's say this is coming out Thursday. So let's do it. I'm doing another video Friday. I don't know. I'll make some kind of an announcement. Well, can we figure it out now? Yeah. How about we do it? Let's do it Saturday. Why not, right? I mean, it's casual time. I'm not going to consider it work. It's just going to be like us chatting, getting to know each other better and stuff. So let's do it Saturday. Let's do it Saturday at, I just got 9:30 Central. I'll have to remember and write that down. Okay, so 9:30 this Saturday. So 2 days after Thursday, Friday, so 2 days after you get this. If it's Thursday. It's going to be Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Whatever that is for you. You'll have to figure it out. We're just exercising our brains right now. Working extra hard. Oh gosh. Okay. So yeah, we can look forward to that. We can look forward to it. Come with questions. And I will do my best to answer questions about my path, my history and whatnot. Those are the kind of questions you can ask me that day. So things like, how did you develop your intuition, or how did you get to doing this, that, and the other thing, or how did you get blah, 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 whatever, that kind of stuff. And hopefully it can help you on your path as well. So, because I know a lot of you are just starting out in this type of work. So anyway, okay. Can we get to the reading? Can we get to the readings? Thank you. All right. So I got the insects today. The first one, I didn't bring a pen, doggone it. Okay. So the first one is 5706. It is a beehive. Beehives are very important. They're very healing. If you sleep above a beehive or around one, maybe. Okay. So back of my hair look okay. Okay, beehive. That's funny. He's just sitting on the pillow. It works. It's just a visual. Oh, all right. Hi, Amy. My partner of almost 4 years struggles with alcoholism and overall feeling of helplessness and not feeling well. Oh, he has Meniere's disease, 3 decades now, but instead of it burning out as doctors had originally thought, it became worse. Huh. Where he's had episodes of drop attacks now with no warning. Wow. Often with vertigo and nausea and vomiting. That does not sound fun. He has now lost his hearing in both ears due to the Meniere's, so struggles with this frustration as well, making it impossible to work in his field. For me, I struggle with the alcoholism, and I struggle with the alcoholism, and unsure if he'll be able to stop and remain in recovery. There's no cure or help for Meniere's that we found to date. This said, I do realize to some extent he is self-medicating. I am unclear if I should remain in the relationship given the alcohol piece. Will he be able to quit and recover? That's interesting. I got a yes without even reading into it. That kind of surprises me, actually. It's become very exhausting on health. Oh, you might have to leave him in order for him to do it, though. Okay, it can be very exhausting, unhealthy, and taxing on my own health. Thank you, Amy, for your insight and guidance you have regarding this matter. Wow. Okay. Yeah. They said. Okay. So. Oh. All right. All right. All right. Something about you. One of you, please. Thank you. All of a sudden I felt bombarded by like a bunch of different guides. Okay, so they don't want you to be okay. They want him to do some self-reflection right now. They want him to take a really good look at himself and take a good look in the mirror as to what he's doing to himself. And he can't really do that when you're kind of like, I don't know if it's doting on him. It's kind of like you're a crutch for him right now. And he gets a lot of satisfaction off of your reactions almost. So it kind of feels like you need to do the best thing for you and kind of take like a little mini vacation from him and let him know that this is a very serious matter, that it's literally a life or death matter, that he's drinking himself to death and that he can absolutely not drink under these circumstances if he wants to live. And that if he's wanting to commit suicide by drinking himself to death like he is, then then you're not going to sit here and watch it. So in alcoholism, just drinking too much is not going to be something we can be doing going forward in the ascension. Any kind of major addiction. So, and that's one thing that we're being faced with right now, is facing any kind of issue that's kind of holding us back. So I think it is important to partner up with people who are living as healthy as you are. So, because that can pose a real problem. And especially if someone's making up excuses for things that they're doing, they're not willing to take a look at it, or, and they don't want to improve it themselves. They think it's fine the way they are, any of that. It's becoming there's no tolerance for that. We're waking up right now. Our planet is ascending. We are in biblical times. We do not have time to waste on being in denial and putting our heads in the sand. It's time to face the truth of what's going on in our world. And we have to be aware in order to do that. You can't be aware if you're high all the time, and you can't be aware if you're drinking a lot. You basically have to make it a point to be aware enough to take a look at yourself. When we're getting high and we're getting drunk all the time, or just drinking just to have that buzz or to relax, you should be actually going to do something like Byron Katie to relax, or meditate to relax, or something that's healthy, or something that actually brings you closer. Pornography, same thing. Something it feels great over there, and then you come back to reality and it's like, boom, it just makes reality even worse. So the more we can become sober and clear-headed, the faster it's going to get for all of us going to a happier and better place. So I agree. Like I mean, even, yeah, I think it would take you leaving and making him take a good look at himself to get kind of a new lease on life. I think it's possible he could turn this around. I do. But I think he's going to have a breakdown. And I see him dropping to the floor, sobbing like a baby. Like, what have I done? I drove her away. So, yeah, I think you can make it work. But I feel like you're going to be happy when you get on your own and you like go get your own place and you start really kind of setting yourself up to separate from him. I feel like you're going to have a lot of fun. And when you go back home, if you do, to work things out with him, things are going to have to be different, because you're going to get a feel for freedom, and you're going to see how peaceful and quiet your life is without him. And you're going to see like how much better it is without somebody being a burden on you like that. So if he wants you back in, he's going to have to somehow contribute to your life and not just take from you all the time. And that's energetically taking, expecting somebody to kind of take care of you all the time or worry about you, or, what's he contributing? He's, and he can't be proud of himself or feel good about himself if he's not contributing also. So it's not good for anybody. All right. So let's see what the spirit cards have to say. Hey, not taking. I want to do a blissing for him. I know you didn't ask for it. Is it okay? Yeah. I mean, they'll stop me if it's not, but I always like to show the respect of asking by asking. Okay. I'm kind of giving him a warning. And when I say that, my higher self, sometimes I'm just directing the blissing toward the person, right? Or the animal or whatever I'm dealing with. And then my higher self will show me ideas of what they're putting out. So I'm just being a conduit for my higher self to deal with the situation, and then I'm catching what she's putting out. So when I describe it like that, that's what I mean. It's kind of weird, but yeah, so she's telling him, my higher self is telling him pretty much, I'm telling him, be prepared, because if you don't start making some serious changes, your woman could leave. At least temporarily. All right, this card just jumped out. It is what you think and say it is. Be aware of what you're affirming, because you're creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. Use an affirmation to replace this energy with. So, yeah, thank you, God, for creating an incredible healing miracle in my life with my husband. Thank you, God, so much that you've shown me what it is to have faith that something can work out that seemed impossible. Use some affirmations to help yourself. He could even do it. He could and I've been doing this lately, it's kind of fun, but I've set my alarm clocks at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock, all around the clock. I mean, even in the mornings, 3, 6, and 9, and then the evenings, 3, 6, and 9. And I say, I am a new woman. I am a new woman. So, and I say that 3 times. I am a new woman, just to complete the 3. So he could do that. You could set his alarm clock to do that. I am completely healed. I am completely healed. I am completely healed. And that could do wonders. Sometimes you need a bit of tough love if you're to love yourself and live like you want to. Absolutely. Don't doubt your intuition. You're not making it up. So there might be something about the situation that you feel like, he might be doing or whatnot. And you're right. Whoever or whatever you've been thinking of, you should take some sort of action on it. So being that it looks like you're contemplating even keeping that relationship, I would definitely separate yourself from that situation, at least right now. Yeah, you should take more time to quiet your mind and tune into the subtle realm. We have your back, but your mind does not. I would also take this time apart from him to heal. Do Byron Katie's work. Do thank you, God, for my misery. Do the hash it out exercise. Whatever helps you to make peace with the situation and let it be what it is, and address any kind of triggers that you're having surrounding all of it. Yeah, being alone, him acting a certain way, your fears and what will happen if you leave him, and all of it. Okay. I said we're done. So chew on that for a little bit, see how that tastes, and hopefully that leads you somewhere. It's a better place than where you're at. Okay. Okay. 5715. Snail. 5715. Hi, Amy. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you. You too. Thank you for all your help lately and you being you. I have 2 questions today. First, last night I had a lucid dream. That means a dream when you're aware that you are sleeping. It's kind of cool. Like you're wide awake while you're sleeping and while you're dreaming, and you're like, whoa, I'm awake right now. I can, this is a trippy dream. So it's really fun having those. But okay, last night I had a lucid dream, and with my divine masculine and with my divine masculine, the dream was about our parents meeting each other, which our parents haven't met before. And later on in the dream, my divine masculine was proposing to me. The emotions and feelings I had during the dream felt so real. So I'm wondering what messages was Spirit giving me and for my divine masculine during that dream, or was it his spirit sending messages. All right, let me see. It was him. It was his higher self winking at you, letting you know that those are some thoughts that are crossing his mind right now. I feel like what it is it's like kind of your higher selves were connecting in the dream state, and you were actually tapping into his dreams or his thoughts. So why did you feel she needed to know this? So she's more prepared. It's gonna strike you. You'd have been shocked if they wouldn't have shown that to you. Oh, he might be moving to where you are. Yeah, I mean, I saw him moving there and getting down on a knee just now. So don't be surprised. I mean, you can be surprised, you know what I mean, but not, but be prepared um, to start a whole new chapter. And I feel like him loving your dog. I don't know if he's met your dog yet, but I see him like down on his knees, also like, fluffing your dog up and hey, okay. I feel like drawn to the masculine cards. I just want you to know there's nothing I don't love about you or your life. I don't care about our differences, even if I've used them as lame excuses. I choose you, not my ego or any obstacles, just you and all that comes with it. Holy cow. Will you marry me? I'm serious. That surprised me. I was like, ah. I could really use some consistent messages of love while I go through some tough stuff, though. Please hold my hand from a distance while I get over this hump. I'll explain later. So maybe just let's send him a blessing right now. Hipima shishin ha'aila. Hapa'ekum hamaan. Shashila inati. Je ehe elakipin. Apola sunset shihin aike. Hala ho mana ahena e. He just said, oh, thank you. I've never stopped loving you. I never will. Well, any advice for her? Be conscientious of your breath and sensations in your body more often. Splitting your attention between your body and the material world increases your peace, vitality, and intuitive abilities. It's time to throw out those outdated thoughts and beliefs. What you think, say, and believe you are creating. So if you've been feeling insecure about your relationship with him or any of that, stop it. Change your mind. We're all just a work in progress, though, so cut yourself some slack. Self-love is the nucleus of all that's good. Looks like you guys are headed to a good place. It could be shocking. He has a real fear of missing out on you, and he wants that victory and success with a new beginning with you, and he knows that you're everything he's ever wanted. He just said, and then some. That's beautiful. Okay. Your second question. And for my next question, I'm wondering if you can feel into these list of friends and let me know if we're soulmates, good, not good friends, or anything Spirit wants to tell me about each of them. Okay. All right. Number one, friend. Okay. Number two, not so much. Number three, friend. Four. What is that? Four. What do you mean? Oh, that number four is a soulmate. Okay, five. Yes. Good friend. Six. Feel like bad news. Seven. Yes. Good friend. 8. Friend. 9. What about her? It's a no. It's a no, but it's not like a malicious no. It's more like she only cares about herself kind of thing. Like just like, I don't know. She it's like she has an on and off switch or something. She turns on, she acts like your friend, and then she's off and then she could care less. So okay, 10 will be a good friend. If they're not already, they'll be a better friend. Okay. So yeah, one of them was a soulmate. And soulmates, they're not a romantic thing, and they can be. But soulmates are just like somebody who's like your best friend and has been around for a long time in past lives. And you guys just, you usually work really well together and do everything really well together. And it just feels really comfortable. Okay. 5814 is a butterfly. 5814 butterfly. Happy new day. Happy new day to you. And thank you for everything you do for humanity. I just have one question regarding my 10-year-old cat. He has had some dental problems, has received medication from the vet, but not really sure what's wrong. Please tune in to see if removing all his teeth would help. Oof. Poor baby. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your services. You're welcome. She's like, no, 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 no. I don't know if it was a girl or a boy. He came through as feminine feeling. Okay, so he's like, no, 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 don't take my teeth out. Hipema Shishinkain. Hara Sensei Pin. What are they doing? Is it just dental problems? Does it hurt, honey? It hurts. Tape him on. Is it a bacterial type of thing? Yeah, it's a bacterial type of thing. How about Bima Nashena? Hapa Icans. Sese hit pim on Tain. Taihi again. Okay, so I'm gonna work on him right now. Can you tell? I mean, is it red or like what are the symptoms? Is it the swollen red? Does he do, I don't know. Pay attention to his symptoms when you wrote this compared to what happens after, because that way you'll be able to see really well or better whether he's improved or not. Okay. Again. Epipin poshishishi ha and I ha la ha pa ha ma on da shishinki na I ha la san se pie ma ho ha la ha ho ma man la na se na ha la ho po ma mo she na tai he sa sen ha ha I e pe he kin ta Pema sheshe pon se la hapa naha again hapa san sipi hala hama an pe la ansa se. He wants you to learn how to listen to him. I think it would be a good idea for you to get that pet deck, my pet deck, if my site is working. Get my pet deck because I think it's going to help you. And I would feel into him intuitively. I wonder what he's feeling and thinking right now, and feel into it intuitively and then pull cards and see if they confirm what you just picked up on. Because he wants you to practice. He really wants to be talked to more. Like he wants to be listened to and heard more by you. In fact, I think I have some cards here from the deck. I do. Let's see. I'm just looking at other parts of the mouth right now. Hapa ishushin kibin. Hala of bumpable ocean. La sunset. I'm getting a no on taking his teeth out. I'm hoping that you'll see a difference with this. He's actually adding his energy to it, like helping. Hala Sansipina Hapa Maan Hapa Ishinchi. Mama Ina Day Ahela Sansishina Day Sansipin. Okay, so let's take a look at some cards of what he would like to say to you right now. Could you please grab me a surprise while you're out and about? And I just heard play. He wants to play. Can you get back? Can we go back to a place you brought me before? I miss it. Aw. It looks like he's wanting some more fun in his life. I understand what you say to me most of the time. Wow. So he wants you to understand him. Do you love me? Aw. If I go, I want to come back to you as soon as possible. That's so cute. I'm aware I'm serving a divine purpose in being a part of your life. I'm allergic to something out in the yard. What's he allergic to? Is there any chemicals in the lawn or something? Looks like he tracks them in. Or yeah, it feels like he walks in it or something. I feel a bit invisible and awkward. Oh, maybe I need to realize my role better in your life. Why am I here? Do you even want me? I just feel like I'm so in the way at this moment. Oh, poor baby. I hear the way you talk about me sometimes, and it hurts my feelings. Now, remember, these animals are listening to you guys, and they do get hurt feelings over some of the things that you say, even sometimes what you think. So be mindful of that. Can you please be mindful of what you say about me and start affirming good things? You're creating more of what you're repeating. So maybe try saying words of affirmation about him and just how much you love and appreciate him, and that he can fight this, and that he's getting better all the time. Start saying things like that. You make me smile inside. So he obviously loves you very, very much. I'm in more pain than I'm letting on. Poor baby. I love when you laugh and smile more often. I'm doing my best to put a smile on your face. I hate to see you sad. Okay, and I think that there's a spirit or supernatural energy in our home. Have you noticed it? Should we do a clearing? Should we look into it more deeply? Okay, so I'm going to look. Yeah, there is. There's a residual energy there that needs clearing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's been there like the whole time that you've lived there, pretty much. It's getting agitated. The energy, it's a residual energy, though. It shouldn't get agitated, yeah? Oh, maybe that's the energy of it, is agitation. And agitation and worry about the future. Doomsday. Things like you have to constantly be on the lookout, like for the other shoe to drop. Just don't feel quite safe, and don't feel like I'm missing something. I just know that I'm missing something. I need to be more aware of something, and I can't quite put a finger on what it is. But it's going to blindside me if I don't figure it out. Yeah. Okay. So if you feel that way a lot, then that's where it's most likely coming from. It might really subside with this clearing. feel like you're going to sleep better after this. Okay. Next. Oh, it already fell. It was ready to go. You're done with your transformation, I guess. All right. What is that? I think that's a dragonfly. Okay, yeah, it's a dragonfly. Okay. 5815. Hi, Amy and the collective. I think she's the only one that does that every time, that always addresses all of you. But I appreciate that, because obviously you think about other people, not just yourself. So, hi, Amy and the collective. I hope all is well with everyone. I'm just wondering if I can get an update, a relationship spread on my connection with my divine masculine. We are talking and FaceTiming almost daily lately. Wow, that's surprising. Thanks a million. Love and appreciate you so much. All right. So let's take a look at what he's feeling and thinking about you right now. Oops. Oops. I've mixed the deck up. So maybe he feels like he's mixed something up in his life. He said, I had it ass backwards. He knows you're his true love. That's what he's thinking. And that you guys have incredible rapport and he loves it. He might be thinking of coming out to see you, taking some kind of a road trip. He's going back and forth on it right now. Or he might be thinking to come out and go on a road trip with you, or go on a road trip the next time you guys are together. He's spying on you. When he's not talking to you, he's keeping an eye on you still. Getting the karmic out of his life here in the future. So, or is it a bad habit or the karmic? Good. He's thinking of you right now and how you're perfect for him. He's still contemplating that trip. He's thinking he wants to come out there and do something to balance things out with you. He wants to give back to you and stop holding back and build some kind of really solid foundation built on communication and being mature and being honest and being like really, he feels stupid for some of the things he said before. And now he wants to show you that he could almost be like husband material. Like, I'm not what you think. I really am husband material. So he's going away from the drama, all the drama of the situation, and going away from that karmic. So, and here in the future. Going away from that which no longer serves him and delivering some kind of a sweet message. So maybe he's thinking he's going to go ahead and just get her all the way out and say something really sweet to you about it. Wish fulfillment. We did it. It's like we did it. We balanced the situation out. Now we can go celebrate. What's this about? Oh, he's afraid. He's these guys, man, I swear, sometimes it takes a fire lit under their butts to get them to do anything. Because he really feels like he's got to transform in quick, because you're going to start dating somebody else if he doesn't. I think that's why he's talking to you so much right now, too. Is he's like, if he keeps you on the phone, or if he keeps you, you guys engaged to each other, it's going to ensure that he gets to be with you. I see. He wants to fight other suitors off for you. He's trying to be more in his feminine energy. He's trying to be more mature like a husband, but he's also trying to be like a good listener, be compassionate, validate your feelings. I think he's actively really trying he's calling himself out on some of the stupid things he said before and how insensitive it was. So, yeah, and it burdened him because he really wants a commitment with you, and he knows that would be a dream come true, and it breaks his heart that he's done all this people pleasing. And he's trying to overcome feeling kind of locked out of your life, or at least he had at one point. He knows he has to separate from that situation in order to truly immerse himself in this new situation. So let's see. I have the daydream cards here. I feel them. So the things he's dreaming about for you right now, these are called the Divine Masculine Daydream cards, or the DM Daydreams cards. They will be available on my site eventually when we work out all the kinks. Confessing to you and it being well received. So this could be something we've talked about before. A picture of you that makes his heart swoon. About how amazing it'll be to see you face to face again. How nice it would be to have you to confide in and lean on. Staying up all night talking. He thinks about something sweet you did for him that nobody else would ever do. He thinks about cuddling with you and just taking it in. He's, I'm sorry, I just got a very sexual image with that. Being playful. I can't even talk. Did you have a dream about this, by the way? I wonder. Being playful to warm up when talking before diving into deeper, more hurtful subjects. That's a good idea. Watching you walk down the aisle with pride. Wow. Escaping all the what ifs that imprison him. So he's just trying to overcome his ego. Making love to you in a memorable way. I told you. Taking a trip to come and see you in person. Well, there you go. There's just confirmation of what I was picking up on in those cards. So yay. And I just licked it. Sweeter than tea. So something very sweet is about to happen. All right. Next. Okay, and that would be a what? Is it a grasshopper? Grasshopper. 5816, grasshopper. Okay, hi Amy. Will you please do a reading so I can again clarify my twin flame? Our texts are superficial, and when he comes over, we catch up, make out, then he leaves. What? Wah wah wah. He hasn't asked me to go out with him on a date. I recall you saying something to him about I don't know. Let's see. All of the readings indicate that he has feelings for me. I mean, he is making out with you. But I'm looking for clarity. His birthday is early next month, and he's doing a group event for his 50th, but he hasn't invited me. I'm not sure what to make of it. Thanks so much, and many blessings. All right. Nervous. He said I'm nervous. Do you not watch my reading? You guys have to take the time to go through and watch my True Love playlist that I put so many hours into, you guys. Sometimes I just wonder, like, what in the world? Because divine masculines do not invite you to things. They do not call you on special occasions. They do not send you flowers. They don't do anything nice for you. The fact that he's over there making out with you is huge. Okay. He's not going to be like, oh, come hang out with my friends. True love doesn't do that. Your true love, your twin flame, not a soulmate. Soulmates, they're a whole different story. This is why you got to watch my video all about true love, the different types of true love, which I believe is on my website if you go to the videos. Twin flames, man, they run from love. They're so scared of it. They'll come up with every freaking excuse in the book to not talk to you, to not be with you, to any special occasions. Just amp it up times 10 or 100. If there's any kind of pressure involved, like social pressure, like, oh, a birthday, oh, Valentine's Day, any of that, they just absolutely clam up. They're so scared of screwing something up. And I feel like he feels like you guys are in a really good place right now, and he's just happy to get what he can from you. I feel like you're with somebody else. He is afraid he's going to get hurt. And I feel like, you know how sometimes somebody will cheat on you before you cheat on them because they just think they do it first so that you can't do it. It's almost like he's preemptively kind of pushing you away because he's afraid that if he opens the door to you, come on in, come hang out with my friends and everything, like that he's going to get crushed. You're going to say, you know what, I'm going to stay with my boyfriend. And yeah, look at that. He wants a new beginning, and he wants marriage or commitment or something traditional. He really does. He's working hard to be husband material. Just let him do it at his own pace. Don't have any expectations. He's not your boyfriend. He's not your boyfriend. You're not going to get invited to the party. And he's not going to take the chance of people asking questions about you or anything like that, and for you to say, oh, yes, I have a boyfriend, everybody. He'll be like, don't say that. And he'll just be crushed. And then his friends later will ask all these questions. I thought you liked her. She has a boyfriend? He's not having any of that. You guys don't have any idea. Now, this is only during the separation phase, though. These masculines, that's why they're called the runners. Okay. They're scareder than scared. They stutter. They stutter at the thought of talking to you. They're afraid that when they talk to you, like really from the heart, they're going to bawl their eyes out. These guys are very, very sensitive. If you've been watching me for all the years I've been talking about this, that should be the one thing y'all should get. And you still keep bringing this kind of stuff up. And I'm like, you really expected him to call you on your birthday? You really expected him to do something? No. Now, having said all of that, they got to go through it because they beat themselves up and they feel like such cowards for not doing it the whole time. And then when they kind of grow up into the man that they're supposed to be, all of a sudden they can become like valiant knights overnight. You know why? Because the universe totally pushes them past their comfort zone. Finally, it's like the little birds want to stay in their nest, all comfy, cozy. I'm not going out there. I'm not going to spread my wings up. That's a long time down there. I don't even know how many minutes that would take, even if I drop straight down. Maybe I'll break something. If my wings don't flap, I don't know what's going to happen. And so the universe goes, get out there. I know you're going to be able to fly. You're going to be just fine. Like your mother knows her instincts. She's kicking you out. You need to do this, and your mother would be like, I don't know, Mother Nature, and just things happening the way that they do to get you to go. So by the time they come to you and initiate something with you, it's like they can show up pretty darn solid and really surprising. Really surprising. I mean, I've heard some pretty cool stories. So, and in fact, I would say the universe designs it to where the universe will do anything that it can to keep it apart until they're grown up enough to really take it and run with it. And they take those leaps of faith they need to do. That they take those risks, those extreme risks. There's always some kind of major thing. If you look in my video, the Divine Masculine is the ultimate test. It is so hard to get rid of your ego when your ego supposedly has made you feel safe for so many years, or it's like, I've always thought this way. I've always done it this way. I've always played it safe. I've always been able to people please everybody. But they really start to call themselves out on it after a while and see that the fake world they created around them, from money and making everybody else happy and all that other BS, when it doesn't amount to anything, and they're going to bed at night having made everybody else happy but themselves, and they finally realize, wow, if I didn't have any money at all, would I even want to be with this person? If we were like on a deserted island, would I want to be stuck with this person? And then they kind of start, realizing what they've got in you and how valuable that is. And they always know. They always know because they can't stop thinking about you 24/7. This man loves you so much. He loves you so, and I can't believe he's over there making out with you and that he's running off. I can believe it. But I can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So he's working himself up to it. And a lot of times when they're trying to land the plane, I call it, when they're trying to come in and they're trying to make something happen, And they do test the waters. They come in and they see how this feels. They get out of there. And then they go, oh, that was so scary. Oh, okay, I'll try to call her again. They go in again. Oh, I survived that one. Oh, but I didn't tell her the total truth. I should probably go back and tell her the total truth. No, don't tell her everything. No, don't do, they go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until finally they become themselves, just authentic. They say it like it is, no apologies. And they're like, you know what? Here's the truth. And it takes that back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and chickening out and doing it, getting brave, chickening out, brave. It takes them. I am a new woman. I am a new woman. I am a new woman. Okay, that was my timer. So, and I do that anywhere I am, by the way. I stay, committed to that. So, yeah, just let him figure it out. Let him go do the back and forth thing. Let him do that until he's ready. He knows he's taken a risk. He knows that if he doesn't get up the courage, I mean, all this angst that they go through and the constant thinking about you and the constant wanting to be with you, but can't, whole thing, the song and dance they go through sometimes for years. It really does make them do a lot of soul searching and call them out on their own BS big time. And that's how they're finally able to come to you and just be, I got nothing to hide. Here's all my cards. What do you want to see? What do you want to know? And by then, hopefully you're still available, or you will be available, or you'll be willing. I just feel like some more communication needs to be had between you guys too, but just make sure you are always completely, totally honest with him. Always. Just like without fail. Just always say it like it is. Don't do any people pleasing, guys. It's never going to work. If you do that, you're always going to wonder if they really love you or if they just love the face you're putting out there. Oh, I'm this perfect person with everything all together. Your feminines, masculines do not want you to put up any kind of face. That they're not going to be impressed by that. They're not going to give a crap how perfect you come across. They don't want perfect. Trust me. I am a divine feminine. I know. No, none of us want perfect. You guys can confirm that over in the chat. Nobody of these divine feminines, which could be male or female, it's not a gender thing. None of them want fake. None of them want you to have a lot of money. None of them want you to talk perfectly. They want you to stutter. They want you to cry. They want you to be sorry. They want you to just be honest. That's all they want. Honest to God. You guys need to get, but I say you guys need to, get that, the feminines have the same thing though. They can't get past feeling, the feminines in a different way feel like they have to have a perfect body and they just can't believe their masculines would like them, even though they have extra weight on them or whatever. So I guess the feminines have their own hangups too, but as we heal, everything, then it brings it all into balance. Until finally you guys, you don't really care about being together. Like the feminines you're not going to care anymore. You're going to be like, it happens or it doesn't happen. I'm open to whatever the universe wants to bring me. That's the point you're going to have to get to. And when you do, he'll come in so much faster. And he needs to care more. He needs to care more about himself. He needs to love himself more, the masculines, in order to be with you. And the masculines they absolutely cannot get around taking a leap of faith, which takes bravery and courage and faith in the divine, period. They can't get around that, or they'll be stuck with karmics for the rest of their lives, which is fine, but you'll always be the one that got away and they'll always have to watch you with somebody else or hear about it or whatever, so they do not want to have to go through that. That's like their worst nightmare. So don't you worry. He's not going anywhere. And well, I want to take a look at his confessing to you and being well received is what he's thinking about. What a difference you've made in his life. How to tell you how much he loves you. Saying that he's sorry and having it go well. Something creative he wants to do with you. When, where, or how they can spend more time. He can spend more time alone with you. Something sweet you did for him nobody else would ever do. How to impress you next few times. Like, you don't need to impress her. Trust me. Escaping all the what ifs that are imprisoning him and how to best fix this. So he realizes you guys aren't where you need to be too. Just let him figure it out. Making love to you in a memorable way and going on a road trip to get to know you better. And leaving a toxic relationship they're snagged in. Interesting. He could be seeing somebody else. How much he loves your feet. Coming to you with integrity, truth, and right actions. Is he seeing someone else? He could be. I wouldn't call it seeing, though. Maybe he's having sex with someone else. People pleasing, some kind of people pleasing situation. He needs to get honest with you. Encourage honesty, guys. Encourage being candid with each other. Like, hey, I'll tell you everything if you'll tell me anything too. Like, let's just put it out there. Whatever it is. And if you don't want to know the answer to something, then don't ask. But I don't know. I just think honesty is the best policy. So, all right, let's do a general blissing for everybody. An apple with a worm in it. Okay. So just think about what you'd like assistance with right now in your life, or like a solution for, or anything like that. And I will, as long as it's for everybody's highest good and it respects everybody's free will, then it will be amplified right now. And I want you to imagine that you have a crystal pyramid, like an iridescent crystal pyramid around you right now, with a shining light going straight up through the top of the pyramid as we're doing this. Okay. They said make a wish. Okay. Hepema hela sanse hela hena hipema shishina taihiken hala hopo hopman tain sa se lai hishin tiki pera bora na he hala shishinkina pe baba maana haiken tahila sanse puhu laan shishi ilahan sanse ken. Man. Yeah, they said they just clarified too with the masculine, say they have to either pick their pride or love. They have to choose their ego or love. It comes down to that. So anywho, have yourselves a great week. Again, if you want to submit, if the website isn't up by now, then and you want to consider sending me a check, that's totally fine. The information's underneath this video. Otherwise, you can submit it online. That goes for all the different services right now. Have yourselves a beautiful, beautiful weekend, and look forward to talking to me on Saturday live. And as I share kind of my life story, at least my career, I guess, with you guys. So have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.